be a fun little one for us, doesn't it? I guess Polly could be like sort of Spirit of the Forest. Oh, God. Like 12 levels ahead of you. Congrats, dude. Great job. I don't know how else I would really do this map outside of like Corvus, maybe. Corvus would probably be a little bit faster, but like trying to do this map, it's just like 10 levels ahead of you. Well, slow down, gamers. It's not a competition. That's a slight little problem there. This map I use the iBug. I don't know if iBug still exists. I'm pretty sure iBug doesn't exist anymore. Nor would I really... I mean, like, I guess you could use iBug early, but the problem is that I don't really want to invest 350 into not getting a sorter up. Strong. Wait, did we just beat the thing that I needed to beat there without trying to beat it? I did. Smart. It doesn't. There you go. Problem is, bugs aren't allowed. Well, yeah. Certainly doesn't help now, does it? I mean, I guess you could just go for, like, sub-shenanigans here. Is the strat still Spirit? I am struggling to see what else it could realistically be. Like, the problem is it's a split-lane map here. And Spirit just does so well on something like this. I would say it's something like a Necromancer, but like I've tried Necro strats before and you just... Necro strats are just so incredibly slow here, it's just like, why am I doing this to myself? Best unless you have a good two-pronged defense. I just don't think the two-pronged defense idea kind of works all that well. Maybe it's just me. Back to first now, and that would probably work a treat. Should probably be leaping sorting most of these anyway, just to try to maximize the defense, but like, nah. I mean, the only other thing that I can realistically think about adding to this would probably be... I mean, maybe you end up adding a never miss into it. Can't wait for sorted in battles too, so people can have no defense until round 11. Yeah, I mean, definitely can't get overwhelmed by an aggressive amount of yellows that early, right? It's not as if that's like one of Sorter's crippling weaknesses or anything. Then definitely, like if they add Sorter into battles too, you best believe that there is going to be some inherent changes that they're going to make to her, so that she is not such a cancerous hero to face. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what Amphi said there. It's like, they gotta make some changes to her for her to be a desirable hero. One that doesn't kind of throw everything into turmoil there. Good enough. Farm NG Alk new meta? I mean, that does sound like it would be a pretty cool strat, not gonna lie. Wow, I paid $325 for what? Nothing. Outbuff your farms? True though. Just think of the value. Do we want to be going around this way? You boosted Central Solos? True though. Just think of how much work it's gonna do. I mean, the play throughout all of this really should have just been to get a never miss up here, but that's alright. It don't matter so long as it works. I kind of do want that to be up a little bit more often than it currently is right now. Good. See, this is kind of my conundrum here, is it's like... I can see that Never Miss is such a good tower. I love Never Miss. But, like, I can't reasonably justify ever upgrading into Spirit of the Forest, right? Like, it's just... How am I supposed to ever justify... Or, not Spirit of the Forest, into a Spectre? Like, how am I ever supposed to realistically try to justify it? It's just, I can't. It's just too much, man. Spectre is so freaking bad at killing balloons fast. I mean, it's just... If you had infinite track length, then it was in a map with not a lot of space. Like, like Infernal is like the perfect one for 1 to 80 on Infernal, right? Like, if you could Spectre Infernal there, it would be so good. The problem is that even Spectering Infernal is like, yeah, not super sold on it. Single target damage is not there? Yeah, pretty much. Man, I could still reasonably justify trying to go for a... Does it mean balance change to make it so its bombs pierce like hydro-rocket pods? I mean, not a bad idea. I mean, it is... I mean, let's be real here, it is pretty questionable to say the least, but... It does sound cool. So let's not be too quick to judge. Definitely wasn't terrified of that there. No, certainly not. Sheesh. Well, this is not going to be my fastest run by any means, but, I mean, the good news is it's definitely not going to be my slowest run either. Yeah. Why must God give me the literal worst maps in Speedrun? Maybe a double assassin over ODS. Now the problem is I'm going to get a Sky Shredder later on, as I feel like Sky Shredder plus a Spirit of the Forest here will do exactly what we need it to do. Eliminator is really good for rounds up until like round 90, whereas like Eliminator saves you a ton of time. But the problem is that it's kind of hard to justify Eliminator past that point where it's like, here's a wave with like 6 ZOMGs and you're just like mashing the button as they all just slowly crawl past there and you're like, no, stop it. And then you get hit with it, someone's not popping balloons. I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, don't kill me, dude. Oh man, I'm so close to it. Dying, that is, apparently. I thought we were all good in the hood there. Apparently my brother in Christ is like, aha, sa. Sa, dude. If I can hit Sky Shredder here before 75, I think we're all good. Otherwise, I might have to purchase Spirit of the Forest and end up holding the L. Even in the middle of 75, it should do wonders. $74 is very profitable. Yeah, I mean, it's doing alright. But, like, I'm a good 2k off still. Might not be it, Chief. Yeah, I have to. I can't not do it, unfortunately. Bomb Tower keeps bouncing between bad and OP. Yeah, I mean, the problem is that, like, Jones kind of gates the sort of strats that you can go for in that regard, where it's like, any time where a Jones strategy is really good, it ends up making mortars less good, simply because mortars end up sharing with it and like they can't buff up Jones at that point. Dude, Jones is like, I've always said this, Jones as a hero by Jones' self there is not as bad as a lot of people give Jones credit for. The fact that Jones has, like, an incredible stun there on command, that's pretty worthwhile, dude. Like, that's pretty nuts. Jones is a force multiplier. Exactly. Like, when Jones is good, you'll know. Main issue with bomb is mostly just range. Well, yeah. It's like, bomb strategies, you really want to be focusing on having pretty much everything in, like, one centralized area there. First, any world record set today? I did set Erosion just a little bit earlier. It was a very interesting run. It's definitely going to be a banger on YouTube there, that's for sure. And then I'm trying to get the ones that I consider to be, like, a little suboptimal. Mostly because my chat members were like, hey, you ever gonna do this? I'm like, yeah, I'll get around to it, and I never got around to it, so they were like, hey dude, I'm just gonna end up doing this run. I'm like, yeah, sure, man, go for it. And then here we are. It's mainly bad cost efficiency. I mean, it's not as if, like, the bomb towers by themselves are bad. Dark Dungeons next, right? Yeah, probably. As much as I hate to admit it, I might actually have to do Dark Dungeons. Even though dark dungeons making my tummy hurt. Does not bring me very pleasant thoughts. Oh, dude, I'm so close to affording it. Come on, man. Help a fella out here. Oh, oh, oh! Hey! Wait a second, wait, I can afford it? Let's go! That constant ace micro, right? Yeah, about that. Just have the wrong streamer on, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to mislead you like that. Gonna hit him with the Be Gone DDT tech. So the only problem with this here is that, like, our 0MG killing power is just not that hot, right? If there is some decent way of solving that problem that doesn't cost me literally infinite money, then I'd be happy to try to fix that. Also, that's a slight problem there. Trash spam. Maybe. Perhaps. Double overdrive with a Bieber and Bird on both sides? Maybe. Double British. Oh no. Funnily enough, I also think the glue has helped out tremendously. It might not look like it's done much so far, but guaranteed that this thing has actually carried me so hard right now. AKA, I would be very dead, and I'm pretty sure I'm also still pretty close to being dead here, but like a little bit less. Oh wait, shoot, I was supposed to end up. How am I not dead? I saw death! Dude, I saw ceramics appear there and I just immediately went, oh! 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 I immediately pooped my pants.